My wife and she got on me not too long ago about, she's like, you keep trying to distance yourself from Theo as if Theo was a bad thing. But my thing is, I've always wanted it to be separate. And there's tends to be this narrative that I hate being called, well, no, I don't like being called Theo. So it's not a narrative.
Because I heard that people would want you to sign autographs as Theo, and you're like, I'm Malcolm.
Yeah, and I'm going to be Malcolm much longer than I'm going to be Theo.
Mm-hmm.
Although for some people, I'll be Theo forever, and they can't help that. Now I try to be mindful of the misinterpretation that I don't like Theo. Like Theo was very good to me. I think that that show and that role is timeless. And I'm very proud of that role. I've never thought about this. This is the first time I'm thinking about it. Part of the distancing for me is probably not wanting to see how much of Malcolm is in Theo, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because I remember doing the show and like I always felt like Theo was corny and I want Theo to be cooler. And
why'd you think Theo was corny? Because he had two parents and it was a loving household?
No, you know what it is? This is what happens when you put too much attention on the negative than the positive. Everyone loved Theo.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But I was fucking with the people who were like, Theo's corny. Somebody called me America's favorite white black boy. And I was like 15.
I feel like that assignment goes to Carlton.
Yeah, this is pre-Carlton though. Oh. It hurt me. But growing up and having all of these people love Theo and all of these girls love me because I'm on TV, I'm paying attention to the motherfuckers who are like, Theo's corny. On my album, Hiding in Plain View, I have a piece on there called Dope. And I talk about that. I talk about how I can be in full bloom in a room full of fans who I prefer to call friends, and I'll gravitate to the odd one on the end who I know specifically came there to hate. But you don't have to be famous to relate, right? How much love in your life have you overlooked and taken for granted simply because you couldn't stand it that the one you wanted to love from the most didn't love you the way you hoped? It's like, dope, right?
Wow.
Like we all go through that.